We have eyes and ears all over the county, and one of our editors, Dave Koravos, has come back with us right now with some incredible video that you took from the Alpine area, Dave.
Correct. Good morning. Yeah, basically the video that I shot this morning was of basically the other side of this Hamul fire the estates fire that we were seeing. This is from the 8, actually north of the 8,
side, yeah.
Looking south and over the mountain, and as it's approaching towards, you know, actually Alpine area and more towards the 8 freeway.
Now, earlier we'd heard, is this the fire that was approaching Lions Peak that we'd heard?
Yes.
So this is that same fire, and they talked about the flames, and again, this is earlier from today, and you can see exactly how high the flames got there. Right,
and actually I had to, you know, driving back later on in the day, you couldn't see the flames nearly as well, or later this morning around 7, you couldn't see these flames as well as you could this morning. Also, driving back in there a little bit further, I actually crossed the 8 and went a little bit more on the south side, a little bit east also on Harbison Canyon Road over towards the Sequan area. And this is what you're seeing right now is a little bit from Sequan, and that'll give you a little bit better reference point as to where the fire is if you can see it from the 8 and then kind of over that mountain range from Sequan on the other side. And again, there's the video from this morning, which is you know, a little bit less obvious of how big this storm or this fire actually is. When you're driving on the Sequan side or on the south side of the freeway, it's much bigger than you can actually see from this video right here. And in fact, right here gives you a little bit better idea of how wide and fast this fire is traveling, and how much you know, smoke is coming off of this. And this is, you know, right here what you're seeing is probably about 6:45, 6:50 this morning. You know, or maybe even about 6:30 a.m. just as the sun's getting ready to come up. And it's, as you can tell, it's just massive. And I spoke to an officer actually that was in the area, and he had said that just as you had stated earlier this morning, that it was kind of what they thought might be somewhat in containment, and since has actually flared up. And as I was driving back, the winds on the freeway were huge. I mean, it was kicking up. Yeah, I mean, it was much, much more wind later this morning than it was when I was just arriving out there this morning.
So again, this is all in the East County, and we talked about how we'd gotten some help from the winds, but here, obviously, a different story out that way.
Correct.
We have some good news from Kyle Majors, in one sense, and bad news in the other. That we're not going to be able to get any pictures from Sky 10 for a while because the AirTac folks have arrived to start fighting that fire in Hamul Estates from the air.
Well, we want to thank our editor, our 10 News editor, who's gone above and beyond in bringing us that video, Dave Koravos. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
That's
Thank you,
awesome.
David. Thank you, sir. So he cuts pictures and he shoots them too.
Yes, he does. He does it all.